141, contact approach 120.8.
Yes, 5141, good day.
Okay.
Hello, approach, gust 5141, 13.5, send me to longitude, 35 right.
So 5141, new approach, good afternoon.
Mike Alpha's with you, just out of flight level 200 for 16,000. Information India.
TBM900, Mike Alpha, Denver approach, center maintain 14,000, Denver altimeter 3013.
Okay, down to 14,000, Mike Alpha.
TBM0 Mike Alpha, expect the visual approach only 17 left, just continuing.
0 Mike Alpha, roger.
5 right, Scott, go ahead. Southwest 1238, airport 12 o'clock 20 miles.
Southwest 1238, airport site.
Southwest 1238, clear visual approach runway 35 left, maintain 900,000 till advised.
9,000 till advised, clear the visual 35 left, Southwest 1238.
Meter 4822, contact tower 133.3.
33.3, commit to 4822, we'll see.
Southwest 1876, contact Denver Center 125.9er. TBM0 Mike Alpha, contact approach 128.45. 128.25 today.
Southwest 1238, altitude restriction deleted and reduced speed to 190.
190 for Southwest 1238, copy all.
Southwest 1106, 170 or greater to Diamond.
170 or greater to Diamond, Southwest 1106.
Southwest 1106, traffic heading to your right for the parallels in RJ2, contact tower 133.3. Southwest 1106, traffic heading to your right for the parallel on RJ2, contact tower 133.3.
Traffic inside 333, Southwest 1106, phone.
Scout 5141, descend to maintain 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000, Scout 5141.
Scout 5100, traffic behind and to your left for the parallel 737, contact tower 133.3.
Traffic inside 333, today, Scout 5100.
Number approach, Molly 41 minute, 17,500.
Attention aircraft, parachute jumping in progress, vicinity of Longmont Airport in 1 minute, 17,500. Southwest 1402 for some parachute jumping activity at your 1 o'clock and 15 miles. Turn 15 degrees to the left, descend and maintain 13,000.
1,000, Southwest 1402.
Southwest 1402, expect vectors to Baba to rejoin the arrival.
Welcome, Southwest 1402.
Scout 5141, turn right heading 260, speed your discretion.
Right heading 260, speed our discretion, Scout 5141.
Yeah, date is November, expect visual approach runway 12 left. The 703 Papa, flying 260 vector to final, to maintain 9 or 1,000. Arrive 85, traffic 10 to 11 o'clock and 5 miles, westbound 7,500 indicated. 85, contact Denver approach on 125.12. Colony 108, contact approach 120.8. Southwest 1402, the parachute jumping activity is no factor. Proceed direct to Baba. Southwest 1402, cross Baba at or above 13,000, then descend via the arrival.
Bob, I outer above 13, descend via the rest of the arrival, southwest 1402.
141.
Colony 108, Denver approach, good afternoon, runway 35 right.
35 right. Roger.
Zulu, runway 35 right approach.
5 right, United 181.
United 181 Heavy, maintain 280 knots or greater until advised, please.
280 knots or greater until advised, United 181 Heavy. Verify the runway for United 181 Heavy.
United 181 Heavy, it's an RNAV Zulu to 35 right.
RNAV Zulu 35 right, United 181 Heavy.
Frontier Flight 479, contact approach 120.8.
79, good day.
Good day.
Frontier Flight 479, 14,000 descending BS.
Frontier 479, Denver approach, roger.
Tahoe.
5141 the tower.
5141, affirmative, tower 33-3.
We'll see you.
Tango Whiskey, Denver departure radar contact, climb maintain 900,000. Traffic 1 o'clock and 1 mile, appears to be westbound, 6,000 indicated.
Below 1, 2,000.
Mile 4, Roger, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, have a good one.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Frequency change approved. You have a good one as well. Mile 4.
Three 13,000, 250 knots, bingo. Meter 4263, Denver approach, turn runway 35 left. Provide left, 4263.
Turn left heading 020, descend and maintain 10,000.
Left 020, descend and maintain 10,000. Frontier Flight 479.
Colony 108, descend and maintain 8,000.
8,000, Colony 108.
Contact Denver approach 119.3.
Frontier Flight 623, contact approach 120.8.
623, we'll see you.
See you.
Denver approach, Q-line 4212, level 13,000 with Tango.
Q-line 4212, Denver approach, good afternoon. Expect a visual approach runway 35 right.
Expect 35 right, good afternoon. Q-line 4212.
Southwest 1402, contact approach 120.8, take care.
20.8, have a great day, Southwest 1402.
Altimeter is 3013, advising you have the weather at Greeley.
Tango.
Southwest 1402, Denver approach, runway 35 left.
Thank you, sir.
Colony 108, turn right heading 260.
Right turn, 260, Colony 108.
Approach, Delta 2376, pass 265. We're descending via Longs 135 left. We have Tango.
Delta 2376, Denver approach, uniform current, the altimeter 3013, expect runway 35 left.
3013, we'll get uniform and 35 left, Delta 2376.
Runway 35 left.
They'll be at or above 9,000. Clear visual 35 left. Frontier Flight 479.
We have information uniform.
Southwest 1617, Denver approach, expect RNAV Zulu, runway 35 right approach.
RNAV Zulu 35 right, south 1617.
Commute Air 4263, when you're able, turn left at Chola on the localizer 35 left.
Left to Chola, Command Air 4263.
Commute Air 4263, maintain 210 knots or greater. Contact approach 120.8.
210 knots or greater, Command 4263.
Turn right heading 325, join final, so visual approach runway 35 right.
325, join the final, clear for visual 35 right, Colony 108.
479, maintain 210 knots, full advise.
210 to advise, Frontier 5479.
See 80.
Command 4263.
Tango Whiskey, contact Denver, approach 125.12.
0.3, good day.
333, Colony 108, have a good day.
Papa clear, visual approach 215, contact NOCO Tower 118.4.
263, Denver approach, roger.
Hey, we're going direct, Chola.
Leader 4263, roger, plan runway 35 left.
Thanks.
Thank you. Southwest 285, contact Denver, center 125.9er.
Meter 4263, descend and maintain 10,000.
10,000, clear 4263.
Meter 479, traffic 2 o'clock, 6 miles to the parallel and Airbus 320.
Frontier 5479.
Meter 479, 170 or greater to Diamond, contact Tower 133.3.
170 or greater to Diamond over Tower, Frontier 5479.
Approach, good afternoon, American 642, checking in. The descent past 18.8 for 12, information uniform.
3 miles to the parallel, company Airbus 320.
All right, good day, everyone. Figured do a little more TBM action. Feel in the mood for some turboprop. So we're gonna file an IFR, which will pick up in the air because no need to put an IFR hold on this airport when it's under VFR conditions. Only gonna file IFR because I want to fly at flight level 220, and we'll see if we get that. If we get lower or too much lower, then I may just cancel the IFR and just do flight following or something. I don't know. We'll see. Right now we're gonna take off IFR. So let's go over here. Hey, Das. That's one thing I've never done, IFR in the air. Yeah, it's actually easier in my mind to do that. So yeah, we'll cover that. We will cover that. So there's two different flight plans I do for this. If Lake Tahoe is IMC, then I would file the Ricky. It's the Ritchie 7. It's the Ritchie 7 departure now. Yeah. So I would file that if it was IMC, so that way you could safely get out of there without hitting anything. But VFR, I file this. It's just easier. I mean, VFR conditions, I file this to cruise up to 220. So we'll probably get like a direct to Sacramento, or maybe he'll vector me to join Victor 334. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But so that's the difference. IMC and not IMC. both of which are required though to go that high. So we're going to do 5 passengers, not completely full, but 5. We're going to go to a game of golf. So get this going. Easier even if it's a full reroute. Well, no, I mean, if it's a full reroute, then, I mean, either way, you'd have to have a pad, paper, and pencil ready, you know, just like you would on any other IFR clearance. I'm just saying, for some reason, it feels like it's a little bit faster, maybe because I'm already in the air. So maybe it's not easier per se. It just feels faster because I'm not getting clearance until I'm already in the air. So maybe it's just kind of like a mental thing. All right, 990 is our fuel. And let me see if that's in how many gallons that is. So 990 divided by 6.5, which is the weight of jet fuel per gallon, is 152. So we'll round that up to 160. And that is 80 gallons per wing. Altimeter is 3022. The winds are calm. Palo Alto, the wind is out of the north at 14 knots. So let's file the IFR here. So we're TBM, we're slant Gulf. None of that applies. 22,000. I've got that as a backup. Not that you need it, but and that's not what I want. Where is it? Is that right? Squaw Valley, Victor 6, Sacramento 344. Oh, yeah, I guess I don't need Visto. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, so 344. I guess Visto is on. It's what happens if I take out Visto? Let me put that there. It's probably the same. Just want to make sure that still turns. Yeah, it does. So it's the same. No difference. Okay. All right. So Visto is actually on the 344. That makes sense because you got 344 on either side. So that would have been a waste of typing. So that is our flight plan. 22, blah, blah. And we'll FSC. No, I'm not doing FSC for this flight. This is a flight that I've done a couple times a year. It's a nice scenic flight, so I'm just going for visuals today because I was looking and it's like not a cloud in the sky in California, no rain or anything, and the winds are pretty nice between them, nice and calm winds. So today's flight was basically all weather for weather purposes and scenic. A little slow in a TBM. If I wanted faster, I would fly the Epic because I need a short field airplane for Palo Alto. All right, file. Flight plan is on file, so we can pick that up in the air. So in the air, we are going to use we'll use the Sacramento VOR, I guess, as our reference, or Squaw Valley. Maybe it'd be easier to use Squaw Valley. Yeah, I think I'll use Squaw Valley as our reference point. so that is just want to make sure I don't have it on my notes already. I don't think so. All right, so Squaw Valley is 113.2, so I'll use that for DME, then our altitude for location, and I'll get lined up on this Victor 6 when I call in the IFR, so I'll be kind of like on the flight plan that I filed, so that way he won't have to vector me. At least maybe he'll give me like a heading to intercept or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So that is on file, so we're good there. And here is our TBM. Let's check our maintenance. Engine's good. Oil's getting a little dirty, but we're all right. Brakes are all good. Electronics are good. Battery's good. Avionics. Lights and airframe. And that's just the O2. So we need to get rid of these covers. And we're going to do 5 passengers. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just stick with this. So I've got a TBM app that you can download if you have Android, or I mean, I have Android, so I don't know if it's available for anything else, but all right, we're going with let's go with 2 pilot and 3 passengers for our weight here. And my cruise altitude is 220 because it's even. We're going west. So west is even, east is odd for IFR. And fuel is 160. If I can get my phone to accept it. There we go. 160. And then the weights, let me enter in these weights. So front cargo is 4 pounds. We got 200 for the pilot, 214 for the co-pilot, 193 and 215 and 128. So this app is called just TBM Performance. You can find it on any of the app stores. Lima Yankee, how you doing there, buddy? Any of y'all doing the PE event tonight? I am. Yep, I'll be doing it. I thought about not streaming this afternoon and streaming that tonight, but I'm usually kind of tired in the evening. Like, rare do I have the energy to even think about streaming in the evening. But if I do have an, a second wind, I might stream tonight's event. But you'll definitely hear me on the net. I'm probably going to be flying Allegiant, and I'll be flying into Vegas. I'm just not sure if I want to fly out of the airport that they want to fly out of. I might just fly out of LA and go to Vegas for Allegiant. We'll see. We'll have to see how I feel about that later. All right, 77 cargo, and fuel is 80. So takeoff weight 6,700, and that is a match on my app. So we're good there. So departure runway is 36. Let me update the winds. Variable altimeter is 3022. So rotate is 84 indicated. Takeoff roll requires 2,110 feet of runway for today's weather. So passengers are loaded. I'll go ahead and close that door. We'll hop inside. Shut this door. You're going to be doing the Victorville to Vegas run. Yeah, the Victorville is obviously the focus field. Victorville and then Vegas. I'm just trying to think, like, I'm not ruling that out completely. I know Victorville doesn't have a whole lot of parking, so it kind of depends on how busy the event is. If it's super busy and a lot of planes are there, then I'm probably leaning toward departing LA, but I'll be flying to Vegas for sure. And we'll shut this door. It's 63 degrees outside. It's not too bad or anything. Let's reload that binding for my TBM bindings for my Bravo. So fuel is set up. All switches are down. Fuel cutoff. All that looks correct. Park and brake is on. We'll lift the crash bar. We'll put that on battery. Maybe I'll do the Denver to Vegas just to test their sequencing skills. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, it's like they're going to have enough controllers for those two airports for sure. So I can't imagine, you know, departing from another airport would cause them any grief. I mean, it's a weeknight too, you know, so it's not like a weekend. It's probably another reason why they do it during the weeks, so they don't have too much of a workload as a guest.
Okay.
June 21. Oh, that looks good. Let's turn on our nav light. Turn up these lights.
TAWS system test. Okay.
And we'll do this test. Okay, all that looks good. And I like to use the pulse light for engine start. That way there's no mistaking we'll be starting her up. Do it in the Eclipse at the same altitude as airlines. Really cause them to resequence. Yeah, the Eclipse is slow. Well, comparing to airliners, yeah. Eclipse 7 Lima Yankee, best forward speed until final. Yeah, and they'll say that at takeoff. All right, we're going to do revisionary screen because that puts the engine displays on both. Because this one is, there's like a bus or something for the electric on this screen. So if you lose power, at least this one is directly connected to the battery. So we will always have our engine displays, even if we have a fuse or something, I don't know. That's why they say to use it, or one of the reasons. All right, pulse light is on. We need aux BP, so turn that on. And we got auxiliary boost pump is on. ITT is low, first flight of the day. And engine start briefing, we're looking at 950 IT. I'm going to abort to start if I add fuel. prior to that ITT, then we'll just abort by removing the fuel. Otherwise, you can always, as long as you don't add fuel, you can hit the abort button here on the starter. If it's 900, that can hold for 5 seconds. Anything less than that, we're good. We're going to use a stopwatch because I'm looking for 25 NG within 30 seconds, 53 within 60. At about 42, 43 NG, we'll get a second light off. They'll have a second fuel jet that will start spraying. So we'll get a second spike in ITT at about 42, 43 NG. So we'll keep an eye out for all that stuff at the same time. And we'll do the starter. I have to make sure the starter shows up. So let's get this going. So timer, starter for 2 seconds. 13, 14 NG will add fuel. Boom, starter. NG is rising. We'll get to 14, low idle. Now I want 25 within 30 seconds. Keep an eye on this ITT. Oil pressure is slowly coming up. 25 within 25, we're good there. ITT topped out at 795. Oil pressure is still on the rise. At 43 NG, we'll get a second spike in ITT. Maybe higher. There we go. And oil pressure is good. 55 within 50 seconds. So let's do aux BP to auto, and autopilot to auto. And then we'll check our fuel selector, switch from auto, should go from right to left. So we'll hit that button. It went from right to left, so that's fine. Let's move to flight idle. We'll take this out of revisionary. And gen and bleed is off, so we're going to correct that once the engine is stable, which it is. So we're going to do bleed, pressure, environment. So now we need to do system and electric checks. We're going to do our main gen first. Light went out. Main gen is good. We'll check standby, and we should get a an alert that the main gen is offline. Main gen, standby gen's working fine. So we go back to main. Back on main. Fuel is good. Go map. Next rad for weather. All that looks fine. I'll turn off the pulse light. Go on emergency while turning off one engine once in approach. Yeah, slow you down even more. Oxygen on, so we don't get hypoxic. All right, so the flight plan already filed. Let's get our current weather here, which we are at TBL. Airport. It's not ATIS, it's AWAS 124.72. Comms are on. Cross that over.
Weather. Wind 010 at 6 variable 3402040. Visibility more than 10.
3021.
Sky conditions 32,000 few. Temperature 16, dew point 1. Altimeter 3021.
Winds out of the north at, does that say, oh, I was like 40 knots. What the hell? All right, wind light and variable. There we go. Oh, that looks much better. All right. So we're back on guard, and CTAF is 122.85. So we'll dial in 2285 for CTAF. And who do we talk to for our departure? If we were to use the Ritchie 7, we would be using the overlying Oakland Center of 127.905. So we'll do 127.905. That would cover our departure. And Lake Tahoe elevation is 6264. So we are within 70. We are facing 014. 014. So all that equipment is correct. And like I'm not going to do a IFR hold here, so this is about the time I would call for IFR if I needed it. Ghost Pilot, what's up, buddy? Greetings from still stormy Portland. Yeah, I looked at Portland and the Seattle area, but I was like, you know what? I want some nice weather flying today. We're going up for a game of golf. I love Portland, that's for sure. I did a flight out there the other night using my FedEx. I have a charter flight for FedEx out of Portland that goes directly to Spokane. It's a nice departure. Just flew over Tahoe en route to Ontario about 10 minutes ago. Oh, what are you flying? Bumpy air over the mountains? What do you use for an injector to give you the bumpy air? I have to throw in some airways here. So we'll come over here, we'll do flight plan. We're at Lake Tahoe. So we're gonna go Squaw Valley here. So SWR. Enter, menu, airway, Victor 6, enter, to Sacramento VOR, which is freaking somewhere. Wow, that is a lot of exit points on an airway. It's probably at the very top. Of course. Yeah, that's where it is. All right, Sacramento, Squaw Valley, Sacramento, load. And then we need to do menu, airway 334. And we'll take that to SJC. We'll load that. And then from there, we are at PAMNO, Palo Alto. I'll worry about altitudes for top of descent after a little bit. So flight plan is in. Let's push this range out to 12 miles for now. That's fine. Cabin pressure for Palo Alto is 3. That is correct. And you're using the Bay 146, the Just Flight Bay 146. That looks like a nice plane, man. I will get that. I'm just waiting for them to release their custom FMC before I pick it up for almost 80 bucks. I cannot stand the stock LR FMS. I just cannot stand it. So that was a deal breaker for me. But Just Flight says they are having a third-party developer work on a custom FMC for that Bay 146. So once they release that, I don't even care if they charge an extra 15 bucks. I'll pay $100 for that plane. Everybody has raving reviews about it, so I'm definitely not knocking the airplane. I'm just knocking the navigation equipment they chose to use for initial release. And you're using stock weather, it's dull, but it works. Yeah, it does. It works pretty well. And then there's other like weather programs you can get that make the clouds look better that are free too, so nothing wrong with that. All right, we're going west, so our top altitude is 16 to start until we get higher. So let's set this for 16.5. And we'll do heading, and we'll do vertical speed of 1,800 feet per minute. We'll set our flaps here for takeoff. We'll reset our trim, which is right here. So let me reset that. For takeoff, flaps are set for takeoff. Looks good. Transponder, we're going to go ahead and squawk VFR. Altitude, mode Charlie. We are ready to go there. CAS messages are normal. All that's good. Taxi light is that one. The short field performance is just a hoot. Flying a 4-engine jet into Little Oregon airports. Yeah, that's one of the cool things that I like about that plane. It's a 4-engine. I don't have anything more than 2 engines. Well, I do actually. I have the C-130, but that's a turboprop. I don't have any jets that have more than 2 engines. So I'm looking forward to the MD-11, I think, by Rotate. Whenever they release that, that'll be my 3-engine. And then the Falcon 8X is going to be a 3-engine. And then my 4-engine, I'm probably going to get, obviously the one you're flying. And then I'm going to get the tallest A340, I think they're working on, if I remember correctly. So that's going to be my big boy for the 4-engine. I don't want anything as big as a 747. I don't really have much interest in something that size. All right, I think I'm ready to taxi. Let's get rid of the chocks, and we are right here. So we need to taxi to 36. Turn off the brake, and we are on CTAF. Lake Tahoe traffic, TBM900, taxiing to runway 36, Lake Tahoe traffic. All right, we are off. Check our controls. We got left, we got right. And looks like they got the heading on runway heading for the most part. Pointing north, that's good enough. So we'll do a feather test. Knock that over there. Technically, you're supposed to do 2 feather tests, but I only typically do 1. It's like a mini C5. Yeah, and Das is right. You might like the ABC Oregon Challenge that people have been doing on PilotEdge. I don't know if that would actually be able to handle all those fields, since some of them are like dirt fields. So you probably need like a regular asphalt runway for that plane, I would think. Let's get our updated weather.
Wind light and variable. Visibility 10. Sky conditions 34,000 few.
Everything's the same, so we're good. So far, almost all our dirt, and most are less than 2,000 feet. 900 feet. Yeah, that might be a little short for even that 146. All right, so we got pulse light and strobes. And we've got let's see. Oh crap. I totally forgot the inert separator. That's right. Missed that part. All right, we're trimmed. Cast messages are, well, we'll get the inert separator here in a moment for a cast message, and then that should be the only one. And I'm going to refresh my weather on my app. That's runway 36. So VR is 84 indicated. There's the inert separator caution that I was waiting on. And we're going to take off runway 36 for straight out. Lake Tahoe traffic, TBM900, taking off runway 36 for straight out departure, Lake Tahoe. All right, let's roll. Don't know till you try. Yeah, for fun, you could try it. I wouldn't do it online. At least, yeah, I haven't. We had a landing contest back in the day with pilots landing in Airbuses there. Holy cow, that's crazy. I bet one could land and stop in 2,000 feet but not take off. Yeah, because that has, well, it doesn't have reversers, does it? It only has that big V air brake thing, right? Like there's no reversers on it. Full flaps get you down to under 100 knots. Oh, wow. Landing speed at a little headwind and touchdown or like around 90. No reversers. Good brakes too. Yeah, that's the ticket there. Being able to come in at 90 knots. We'll get our prop up here. Prop is in the green. We'll add in some torque. It's 85 and rotate. Positive right, gear coming up. we'll get to 115 knots. Flaps out. And we'll start heading in our direction here. We'll stay to the right of this mountain until we can pop over it. Shouldn't take too long. Gears up, flaps are up. We can turn on the yaw damper right there. Yeah, Dad's got the Phenom. He bought that yesterday, I think he said. No reversers, and she floats like no one's business. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like the D-Den Challenger, because of the way it lands. It floats forever. I tend to stay away from airplanes that float forever down a runway because it's hard for me to really, nail the landings and the landing zone. And the Challenger floats like forever. But that's interesting that the Phenom does, because the Eclipse doesn't. It doesn't float hardly at all. So that's pretty surprising to me. Lake Tahoe traffic TBM900 have departed to the northwest, leaving 10,000. Last call, Lake Tahoe. Alright, so we'll slowly move our way over these mountains, and then we'll call up, I'm going to monitor Oakland Center here. And let me get Squaw Valley, which is 113.2. Pop that over. And we'll do CDI.
Phenom 751, Lima Uniform, Reno clearance, NorCal departure frequency
15 miles
0252.
from that, okay.
Number 1 Lima Uniform, back, correct.
And we'll climb up here. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. Looks like I'm turning a little bit too wide here. Where does this go? Okay, I want to turn toward column. So let me sync up my heading bug here, and then we'll do autopilot. And we're high enough now. Let's close the inert separator. And we'll do a timer, because that will take 45 seconds. We'll have to keep an eye on the torque at about 30. And we can turn off our landing lights. Taxi lights. Turn on our noise canceling headset here. Once we get to 16.5, I'll go ahead and call in the IFR and we'll get higher. Here comes our torque, rising like crazy at 40 seconds. So we'll be safe at 45. There's 45. Get rid of that. Increase our torque to 88's fine because that will increase as we build speed. Our speed is fine. I don't have to worry about stalling or anything. So now we are good. We are directly south of Squaw Valley at 17, 18 miles. Afternoon, Oakland Center, TBM 1399, 18 miles south of Squaw Valley VOR at 16,500. Before I'd like to pick up my IFAR to Palo Alto.
TBM 1399, Oakland Center, squawk 2614.
2614, 1399. 2614.
Oakland Center, Walker 563, 240.
26.
Walker 563, Oakland Center. Roger, I've got a small change of route. Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, we are
ready to copy, Walker 563.
on our way.
Walker 563, clear to San Jose Airport, present position, direct the Pano VOR, Papa X-ray
Cabin
November.
pressure differentials 4.8, so we're fine on cabin pressure.
To Vinco, that's Victor, India, November, Charlie, Oscar, then direct.
From present position, that's Papa X-ray November, Victor 107, then Vinco, then direct to Walker 563.
Walker 563, read
And
back
that
is
says
correct.
you don't
Turn right
flare at the
heading
VREF
320
and she
when you're
climbs.
able, proceed direct the Pano VOR, Papa X-ray November.
7 Lima Yankee, same
320,
engines as the Challenger
VOR,
600. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Walker
So
563.
600 has smaller engines than the 300.
November 1399, radar contact 22 south of the Squaw Valley VOR. Say again your altitude.
16,500, 1399.
November 1399, roger. Clear to Palo Alto via Victor 6. Then as filed. Climb and maintain flight level 220.
Cleared the Palo Alto via Victor 6. Climb maintain flight level 220, 1399.
1399, read back correct.
Alright, so that's Victor 6.
Giant 188, contact Denver Center 127.02.
And he didn't give me really a heading, so we'll just go ahead and climb to 220, and we'll do vertical speed to 3,000 feet per minute to start. Add in some torque. Then we'll go to IAS mode when we get to 130 knots.
Okay, Center Station 870 Golf, flight level 370.
Number 872 Golf, Albuquerque Center, roger.
Transition altitude 180, so we'll go ahead and do standard. Standard.
Number 1399, proceed direct Sacramento VOR.
Clear direct Sacramento VOR 1399. Alright, so Sacramento VOR is that. So let's do
Jan 188 Denver Center, roger.
Let's do flight level change. And we'll spin that 240. We'll add in some torque. Add in a little bit of torque. And then we'll do Sacramento menu. Wrong one. Flight plan. Sacramento menu. Activate. Direct to activate flight plan. Nav. Whoops.
Number 751 Lima Uniform, Marino Ground, runway 16 left, taxi via Charlie.
Nav. There we go. And we'll sync up the heading bug. Get out our coffee cups. Don't need this. PAO. All right. And that says, no, the CL30 lands. I'm talking about the Phenom. No, yeah, I mean, I don't have the, I know you were talking about the Phenom, but I was also talking about my experience with the D10 Challenger. I own it. I just haven't flown it in a long time because to me, it floats forever. And I don't like the FMS because it does have the stock FMS. So those are the two main reasons I don't fly the Challenger. Other than that, it's a pretty plane and it flies really well. It's just I don't like the landing characteristics of it. And the FMS, obviously. I can land the CL30 usually when I want, but usually because I stall it, yeah, you pretty much have to hit the touchdowns areas. Apparently, I think these were the first gen Challenger 600. Huh. Because I know the CL30 engines destroy the ones on the Phenom. Yeah, they're powerful for sure. At least based on the numbers I found the other day. Also means the CL30 eats through more than double the fuel. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. All right, we're at our cruising. Not a cloud in the sky. Loading in scenery. I can hear my processor having a fit. So I'll cover the SID that I would have used for this departure when I get back. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Oakland Center, TBM900. I'm going to step away for 2 minutes. I'll report back.
Number 13909, it's approved. When you come back, contact NorCal approach 127.4.
Wind back, NorCal 127.4, 1399, thanks. NorCal 127.4. All right, pay back.
Number 751, Lima Uniform, Reno Tower, South Departure, approved. Runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff, wind calm. Number 872 Golf, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
240 PD, 872 Golf.
Okay, dokie. Yeah. I have to sign in with NorCal. Let's do 127.4. So I'll check in there.
Walker 563, descend and maintain flight level 200. Number 1 Lima Uniform, radar contact, verify altitude.
1 Lima Uniform, passing 6.
You call 1 Lima Uniform, and I thought he was calling you for a second.
Contact NorCal departure.
Lima Yankee.
Over there, NorCal, 1 Lima Uniform.
I'll let him check in first.
NorCal departure, Phenom 751, leaving uniform 7.7 before climbing.
Speaking of Phenom, there goes a guy flying the Phenom.
NorCal departure, roger.
NorCal approach, TBM900, flight level 220.
Over 1399er, NorCal approach, roger. The San Jose altimeter 3013. Descend and maintain 10,000.
Descend and maintain 10,000, 3013, 1399. All right, 10,000. So interesting. I didn't think he would descend me so quickly, but it's all right. 10,000.
Walker 563, contact NorCal approach 120.905.
Take her down at 1,700 feet per minute. Take out some of this torque so we don't over torque on the way down, but we'll pick up some speed.
Phenom 1 Lima uniform, leaving my airspace now. Radar services terminated. Squawk maintain VFR for exchange.
Squawk VFR and change the devices. Thanks for leaving.
Fuel is even relatively. Cabin pressure is
NorCal
fine.
approach, Walker 563, descending out of 230 to 200.
Walker 563, NorCal approach, set to maintain 12,000, San Jose, altimeter 3013, advise when you have the AS.
120, 12,000, Walker 563, I will advise when I about it, AS.
Alright. That's the temperature in this plane. 21 degrees Celsius, nice and 70 something degrees in the cabin. And let me see what the weather is at Palo Alto. Wind 350 at 14. So a little bit of a right crosswind on our approach there. Otherwise, it's clear skies, so it shouldn't be an issue.
NorCal approach, Walker 563 with information Alpha.
Walker 563, thanks for Alpha. Expect visual approach, runway 30 left.
Visual approach, 30 left, Walker 563.
The guy had a British accent. Yeah.
November 8 Lima Lima, contact Seattle Center 121.4.
Alright, he said it was 3013, so bus this to 3013. 18.5, 18.5, so that's correct. Gonna reduce some of the torque. And Palo Alto. 135.27 is ATIS.
3021, advise with the weather. I'll take your approach request if you have one.
35.27. 35.27, it might be too far, but we'll try it.
Yeah, it looks like it's even below minimums there, but we can sure give it a shot.
Yeah, we're too far away yet. That's all right.
Yeah, visibility showing. Actually, it's up to 1.25 now. How about that?
We are making progress. We're coming up to Sacramento, so we'll make a turn here shortly. And then we're going to do go away.
Lima Lima, would you like the approach from Jaeger?
So I'm not going to do this approach, but this is one that we could do, which has a glide path. Has a artificial glide path, actually. I'm just going to do a visual, so I'm going to use that for visual reference, basically.
That's okay. November 8 Lima Lima. The Kendall 4 departure, Fortuna transition is on Victor 195. Jaeger is also on Victor 195. Therefore, it transitions right across Jaeger. So at Jaeger, cleared ILS, runway 32 approach.
So we're going to have a crazy crosswind, but I don't know why every time I fly this TBM, the winds are nuts. I should just, when I looked at Palo Alto earlier, the winds weren't too bad. Turning, yep, we're turning. Take out some of the torque again. Going to California's, there's water. I do have a river there, I guess.
Walker 563, descend and maintain 8,000.
Program in this approach. Take that from Credo. Yeah, Credo would be an extended center line, really. So we'll do
139er, contact NorCal approach 120.905.
NorCal approach 120.905, 1399. 120.905. NorCal approach TBM 1399, 12,200, descending to 10,000.
Number 139er, NorCal approach. The Palo Alto altimeter 3013. Let me know when you have the weather.
3013, current with weather, just visual to the airport would be fine. 1399.
1399, Roger, expected.
Okay.
Right, Lima, Roger.
So yeah, I just put this in as like an extended center line from Credo, because Credo is pretty much straight out, so it just makes the center line a little bit longer. So when I activate the approach, we can just follow that in. There's an airport here, Mountain View Airport, which is a federal airport, so we have to stay to the left of that. Usually. Got a prediction of 242. That's a fair prediction with this plane, especially since I'm going to be not trying to grease it because it is a relatively short runway. It's only 2,400 feet or so, which this airplane can do fine, but I have to make sure I land pretty firm to make sure I have enough room to stop. When I was visiting Aviator's stream the other day, he was doing these shout outs to other streamers that were watching, and he shouted out my channel, which I really appreciated. I thought was really cool. I didn't know that that was like something you could do on Twitch, like you just put in a code and it will shout out to your buddies that you want to help promote their channel. So I looked at a YouTube video. I don't have it set up yet, but I'm going to set that up this week, so that way when Aviator or what's the other guy's name that is a controller that comes in my stream every now and then? Hawker, I think. So I want to have, you know, shout outs for other streamers that I know. I think it's a pretty cool program to be able to do that.
333, contact Seattle Center 135.15. Yeah.
It's like raging rapids or something. Orbix has added in that masking for sure. Looks pretty cool. Probably look better higher up. I'm at 10,000 feet. That's probably why he got me lowered, because they did a shift change and he wanted me low for coming into the San Fran area because the airliners and such come in high, so that makes sense. Man, that's a big old factory I never noticed before. I used to love this plane in VR. I just can't wear the headset anymore. It's too heavy. I already live in pain, and to have that VR headset, like, it pulls down on the front of my head, which causes the back of my neck, like my vertebrae and everything. It's just 10 times more painful to wear a VR headset. But I haven't sold it because I put it away, because I hope to be able to use it at least once every now and then, just, you know, for that experience, because it is super cool to have VR. I just can't wear it on an everyday thing. It's too heavy, and it really, really hurts me. But the VR is incredible with this aircraft. Like, this cutout in VR, like, you can really tell that this is like a glove box to where you can put stuff in. But on a monitor, it doesn't really give it the 3D dimensions that VR does. So this plane is by far my favorite VR aircraft.
563, contact NorCal approach 121.3.
And it has a super cool walk-around feature with VR, where it has these hot spots. So you just point your controller where you want to, you know, port to, or whatever the word would be. And you just do like a walk around, and you can take off the covers and everything. It's truly amazing VR aircraft. I used to fly it strictly in VR, but then I can't do it anymore. Once this guy descends me, I'll turn on my lighting again.
Vectors visual approach, runway 30 left. It's on the pilot's discretion. Maintain 5,000.
30, pilot's discretion. Descend and maintain 5,000.
Yeah. See if we get Palo Alto yet. There we go.
1900 Zulu weather.
Wind 320 at 11.
At 11. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 32,500 few. Temperature 18. Dew point 9. Altimeter 3012.
For 8 Lima cross Jagger at or above 7,000.
We're just going to do visual to the airport. So I was going to show you guys that departure, which is kind of cool, out of Lake Tahoe. If it was IMC, we would have had to have done a IFR departure.
1399er, contact NorCal approach 135.65.
NorCal 135.65, 1399. Alright, 135.65. Pop that over. 135.65. NorCal approach, TBM 139910,000.
For 1399er NorCal approach, the Palo Alto altimeter 3012.
3012, 1399. All right, let's get the actual winds. So PAO, I already did it on in the sim. Yeah, 340 at 16. It's gonna be interesting crosswind. But anyway, so that wanted to show you that departure because it's kind of cool. If I had to take off IFR, I picked up my IFR in the air, but I would have done this Ritchie 7, which you can tell it's a new Eric because this used to be the Ritchie 6 departure for like ever. Matter of fact, this is the first time I've seen it called the Ritchie 7 today. And these charts were updated 20 May 21. So anyway, if I had to do this route, it would have been depart on a heading of 343 to cross Ritchie at or above 8th route.
1399er, descend to maintain 5,000.
Descend to maintain 5,000, 1399. 5,000. Vertical speed. Bring this down. Altimeter is set. We'll take out the torque. And we'll turn on our landing lights and pulse lights below 10,000. So that way we are very much seen from far, far away. Okay, so
We're 1399er reaching 5,000, maintain 210 knots or less.
Maintaining 5,000. I'm sorry, at reaching 5,000, maintain 210 knots or less, 1399.
And November 1399er, contact NorCal approach 121.3.
NorCal 121.3, 1399. Wow, this is pretty busy airspace. Lots of frequency changes, which is a cool flight actually. It's kind of like Vegas to LA. You get a bunch of frequency changes doing that route. 21.3, and we are with NorCal.
Walker 563, descend to maintain 3,000. The airport's 1 o'clock, 15 miles, advise in sight.
Descend to maintain 3,000, will advise in sight, Walker 563.
NorCal approach, TBM 1399, 7,700 for 5,000.
Number 1399er, NorCal approach, roger.
This is the parking. The golf course is all here, so you'll see the golf course on the left side when we're coming in to land. All right, let's see if I can finish this departure. Wanted to show you guys earlier, I totally forgot. So, yeah, so we would be above 8,300 going this way, and then you have to be above 11,000 at Squaw Valley, and then you do a left turn, and you intercept the 117 radial outbound
Golf, contact Albuquerque Center,
back to Ritchie,
128.45.
and then you have to cross Ritchie at or above 13,000, and then you move on to the spook transition from here. So left turn 343 like that, intercept the Squaw Valley VOR 117 northwest.
216 Walker 563, clear visual approach, runway 30
intercept the radial into Squaw Valley.
Visual approach 30 Walker 563.
Walker 563, just verify runway 30 left.
Just like I said, and the spook transition from over Ritchie.
1399er, flight present heading.
Flight present heading 1399.
For 872 Golf Albuquerque Center, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain 12,000, show low altimeter 3021.
All right, now we'll slow down to 210 knots or less. But that's basically it for that departure. It's kind of a fun departure. It takes it adds probably about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to your flight. That's one of the reasons I don't like flying that, because it just adds so much more time. Luckily the winds are pretty much straight down. Palo Alto here. Once we get lower than 5,000 feet, we need to do the inert separator. And we're going to close this table.
We're 1399er, the airport, Palo Alto Airport, 9 o'clock, 9 miles. Sorry, 3 o'clock, 9 miles. Advise in sight.
Looking for it now, 1399.
We're 1399, Roger, and Moffett Air Force Base is, call it 2 o'clock, 6 miles, and Palo Alto's just past that liner mile.
Okay, I have the field, 1399.
We're 1399, clear visual approach, Palo Alto Airport.
Clear visual, Palo Alto, 1399. All right, let's do this. And I want to go to flight
Walker
plan.
563, contact San Jose Tower 124.0.
And we're going to do menu,
San Jose Tower
activate.
124.0, Walker 563. San Jose Tower, Walker 563, on a visual profile of 30
Fly
left.
over
Walker 563, San
that
Jose
airspace.
Tower,
I'm not worried about it.
Clear to land, wind 3207.
But
Clear land for 30 left, Walker 563.
okay, so let's close these. And CTAF is 18.6. So we'll get 18.6 ready for tower. Okay. And
218 Lima Lima, report I for cancellation of missed approach in the air this frequency or on the ground 122.2. Change to advisory frequency approved.
So let's do Pub B, menu, activate leg, enter, enter. That will give me a better traffic pattern here with the glide path, so I'm a little bit high. So we're going to cancel the autopilot.
We're 1399, report I for cancellation or missed approach in the air this frequency or on the ground 122.2. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Will do. Change to advisory approved. 1399. All right, so let's do flaps because we're at 180. And we are super high, but we can make this work. So we're going to drop the gear.
Landing gear.
We're going to switch to CTAF. Palo Alto traffic, TBM900, be straight in, runway 31, Palo Alto traffic. Let me do a little bit of slide slip here. Drop some altitude. Full right rudder and left aileron to correct for that. And some more flaps. And there's 115, 110. Your flaps half. And the winds are pretty much right down the runway. Could have canceled the IFR in the air, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be too high. So as long as I could make it on the first try, I knew I'd be all right. But if I was too high and had to go around, it was just easier to keep the IFR and just tell them I was too high and I need to be vectored or whatever. I would have turned out. I would have done a U-turn to the right and come back out, staying away from that other airport. All right, let's do flaps full. Palo Alto traffic, TBM900. Short final, 3-1, full stop, Palo Alto traffic. Alright, we got 2 red, or 3 red. Hold about 85 knots over this. This is such a hard plane to land for me. Full reverse. What was that landing? Landing rate was probably horrible. 263? Huh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I stalled it again though. That's alright. Flaps out. I do not fly this plane a lot. Some people fly this plane like every day. So of course, you know, if you fly a plane every day, you're going to get pretty good with knowing, you know, the envelope. Know when to cut the power and such, because you got to kind of keep the power in on this. All right, let's do strobes off and pulse light off. Do all that off. And I need flight idle for 2 minutes. And 122.2. Tune into them and we can cancel the IFR. NorCal approach, TBM900 on the ground and cancel IFR.
We're 13909, arriver cancellation received, good day.
See ya. Alright,
Alaska 333, descend via the Timbers to arrival, Portland landing west, and the altimeter 3006.
Good old Palo Alto. Set the brake.
Nine 188, Denver Center, you up?
And we can turn off our taxi light. That's a short runway. Yeah, it is. 2,400 feet. That always happens to me though. It's like I come in at 85. Let me check my notes because honestly I didn't read my notes for final approach on this. Let me see if I have a speed wrote down. I might have been too slow, which is probably why I stalled out. Luckily I only stalled at like 10 feet above the runway, so it wasn't too far of a drop. And plus I think I went to flight idle, which I don't think you should with this plane. I think you're supposed to stay at least 10% and torque in the flare. Where is destination? Here we go. Update those winds. The runway was 3-1. So landing config would have been 80 knots across the numbers, 79 to be exact. So I was actually under that. I was 75 across the numbers. So I was a tiny bit slow, and I also went to flight idle, so it wasn't like totally outside of what the performance table says I should have been at, but it was good enough. You don't usually go to idle unless it's a dirt strip. A dirt one, then I'll idle as I cross and I hold off on flare until 5-10 feet of landing to arrest descent speed. Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. All right, all the icing is off. We're at 2 minutes. So let's turn off our environment, pressure, and bleeds. Cabin pressure and everything is 0. The inert separator will do low idle. And we will turn that off. Takes 45 seconds, so that'll be like 5 minutes, and then that will be done. We'll turn the generator off. And the autopilot fuel selector. And then we can do fuel cutoff. And then we'll do aux BP. 15 seconds, and that will be closed all the way. Aux BP. And we'll turn our oxygens off. Turn off our nav lights, and we'll do shutdown.
Disconnected.
Disconnect from that, and we'll do a replay because I'm curious how it looked. Probably doesn't look anywhere near as bad as it on the outside as it looked inside. Plus it helped that I had like a 14 knot headwind, slight crosswind, but mostly down the runway, so that helped. On pavement, it's much easier to stop, so no need to stall it. Yeah, especially with that full reverse, this thing stops on a freaking dime. All right, connect and pause, replay. Yeah. Does it show the speed? No. But I think I was at 75, so I was under just like 4 or 5 knots underneath what I should have been crossing the numbers. And then flight idle just falls out. Flare was, I didn't flare fast enough. That's what it was. Hit the brakes though. Still had plenty of runway. So it's like, I wish this plane floated way more than what it does. Like, it doesn't float at all. It's like it's all power management and trim and everything. This plane is like, it's hard to land. Yeah, you normally stall well before 80. I've stalled at 90 before. Yeah, it just depends on the weight. Plus, I am kind of heavy. I have like full load, really. Let's see what I got. Yeah, I've got 3 passengers and 2 people up here. The landing weight was a little bit in the back, but yeah, it was all right. Pretty sure I didn't break anything on the airframe or landing gear. Yeah, everything's good there. I find the pitch to be sensitive and twitchy too. Yeah. Yeah, that's my biggest gripe. Like, I love the plane because it's a beautiful plane, you know, like the texture work, it's just not much out there can really beat the visuals of this plane. It's just incredible. The amount of detail, the inside as well. And the system depth is just incredible. So it's like, it's a compromise for me. You know, I might not have the most graceful landings with this thing, but otherwise, this plane is a pleasure to fly. It really is. It's really nice to fly. So I'll take bad landings. I mean, I'm not breaking shit, so you know, it could be worse. If you're comparing to the Epic, it's a carbon fiber body, way less weight, so it floats. Yeah, the Epic does float more. It's also way faster. And the Epic looks different too, but the systems on it is what keeps me there because it forces me to not cheat. Yeah. Yeah, the Epic is it's a fun bird. It's great for like if it's economy or if I need to travel longer distances, I'll use it. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. My dog needs to go to the bathroom. So, y'all take care, and I'll catch you next stream. Thanks for hanging out. See y'all later. Chase out.
Looking out, Frontier Flight 623.
Frontier 623, contact tower 133.3, good day.
333, have a good one, Frontier Flight 623.
American 642 to approach runway 35 left.
32.
263, airport 1 o'clock, 25 miles.
Inside, coming 4263.
Air 4263, roger. Cross Tahoe, be out or above 900,000, clear visual approach runway 35 left.
So we'll be out above 900,000, clear visual 35 left, coming 4263.
35 left, and I'll have just straight across the VOR for you left downwind.
Approach still on 4212. If it's going to have flight time, we'll just stay on 35 right.
Well, I got to sequence you to 35 right anyway. That's what I was saying. For 35 left, you'd probably be at about an 8 mile left base. 35 right, you're probably looking about a 10 mile right base.
All right, we'll take the left then. Thank you, Kilo 4212.
No problem. Southwest 1402, airport 10 o'clock and 11 mile.
Airport inside, Southwest 1402.
1402, turn left heading 020, join final clear visual approach, runway 35 left.
020, join the final 35 left, clear for the visual 35 left, Southwest 1402. 20.8, good day, Southwest 84.
For 206, descending via the ski, 35 left.
Got 5184 to approach, right to plan the visual approach.
And just confirm 5154.
I said 80, 5154, 35 left visual.
Copy that.
American 642, proceed direct to Krupp on the localizer, descend and maintain 13,000.
Down to 13,000, direct crap on the localizer. American 642.
Good afternoon, Frontier 630-232, descending via the T-bar for 35 left.
Frontier 630, double approach, plan the visual approach, ATIS information, uniform is current.
Oh, sorry about that, we do have uniform, Frontier 630.
United 181, heavy contact approach 120.8.
13, if I was near the weather at Greeley, expect the visual approach.
Approach at 181 to 12,700, descending via the L.
And 181, never approach, roger, dog cleared on at Zulu, runway 35, right approach.
And did you say ILS? You said RNAV, didn't you?
Yeah, 181 affirmative, I did, at dog cleared on at Zulu, runway 35, right approach.
Okay, at dog, cleared the RNAV 35 right, approach United 181 Heavy.